We'll get it back in there. Rick, in here, this way. No, keep coming this way. Shut the door. Rick Federighi, today's your day to get interviewed.
No way.
Yes. Well, I'm interviewing you today.
Get out of here. I'm all about this.
Yeah. Are you okay with it?
Everybody
Are
say,
you okay?
oh yeah.
One more.
Everybody say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
This is exactly why one of the reasons we're going to interview Rick Federighi.
I'm all
today.
about this.
All right,
This
we're
is
going to cut
great.
off. All right. Good morning, everybody. Derek Arnett here with Rick Federighi, and we surprised my good friend Rick this morning. Last week, we were notified that Rick was being honored locally here in Michigan City with the Paul J. Alinsky Excellent Award. I immediately thought of all the good things Rick does for me personally, my family, and then everybody in our community and surrounding communities. And I thought right away, what can we do to help honor Rick? He didn't know why he was coming.
I thought we were going to talk about ribbon cuttings or events, which we all do.
We will,
now.
we will.
He's a great partner.
Not today, though. Not today.
I'm like, woo!
We wanted to flip the script. We caught him walking in and we put the microphone in his face. And we're trying to do that here today at this interview with Rick. One, we wanted to honor you. We think that the award fits perfectly. And we wanted to express to you how much we truly care about what you do for us and other businesses in the community. So thank you, Rick. So we're going to kick it right off today. Rick, congratulations. Congratulations. Well deserved. I want to get right into some career reflections with you. You've spent a long time behind the microphone telling our stories, other people's stories. When you look back, do you ever imagine your career in radio would grow to what it is today? When we met each other, both of us were at different levels. And now today, we've both grown a little bit. So tell us how.
It's funny you asked that because 84 was the first year I got paid professionally to be on the radio. And I was in high school and I was DJing, had 6 units out all the time. I put myself through college doing commercial work, DJing. And then when I got into college, I started doing small market radio immediately. So 84 to 88, when I was in college, not only did I work at the college radio station, WONC, that I was at, but I was working at small market radio type applications, which dovetailed into me doing an internship as a sophomore in college. I got my big break at WBBM FM with Karen Han, Eddie, and Jovo. And then I got to meet Tom Scheer, sports legend, and I got to start the marathons. And then I covered Farm Aid, the first Farm Aid. I'm an old dude, in 85. So in a nutshell, I'm very happy. The goal, Derek, always was to continue my journey. You know, in the early years, they would say to me, what do you want to do? And I'd say, I want to be in Chicago radio. And they all would laugh at me. Well, I started my career in Chicago radio after getting a big break at Shadow Traffic. And 40 years later.
40 years later?
40 years. So 84 to 24 was my 4th year.
Goodness.
And I've now owned WIMS in combination with HFB for just under 20 years, 18 years in our 19th.
Well, that is definitely growing from where you started to where you are now. So I'm extremely proud to just be a small part of that because it's been great. So what do you think makes local radio still important today, especially in a world dominated by what we're doing here? Live streaming, social media. What is it about radio that keeps it relevant?
I think that live and local approach to a great question, having interviews with our partners, getting to know them a little bit better, finding out what we can do to help them. Everybody's a little bit different. People thought I was crazy when I left Chicago radio. And my wife said to me, are you sure you want to make this move? I'm like, this is my dream. But really, I think the focus of local, and tying it into the tools of today, even over the last 5 years, let alone the last 2 years with new technology, AI, Facebook X.
So you're moving with it?
Absolutely have to, because I feel that the almighty radio spot is great, but tying in those interview segments, we take care of folks, we listen, we write and produce their spots. But then also looking at the other side of it is at creating that other avenue where we could utilize the tools, whether they're on the radio, on their social medias, online, in studio, out and about at events. We could saturate the market with our partners.
I think that's a direction all of us are going on the marketing side. So,
Correct.
I mean, that's great.
Thank you.
Now, the one thing at the top of our common list is the word passion. If you don't have passion about what you're doing, there's going to be limits to it. And I've heard your schedule. You've covered thousands and thousands of events, businesses, nonprofits across Northern
Yes.
Indiana. You get up while I'm still dreaming. You're up on the road, getting ready for the next event. What keeps you passionate about that?
I think being able to live the dream. I love what I do. The good Lord's a big part of that. But I really feel, Derek, I like the free form part of it. As things are happening, let's do it. Let's go live. And there's a lot of great media groups out there. But I feel when we're live, we're not just a 1 minute clip 3 times an hour. We're taking it for a half an hour. Or, if I'm sitting there interviewing on net construction, I'm going to talk to Derek and Grace and the crew, and I'm going to bond with people. Being able to do it the way we collectively as Gerard Media want to do it with IMS and HFB. And I think we just do it different.
So, Region Impact, Rick, this is a Michigan City Award. I'm going to broaden it a little bit because I know you're all over the place. You've been a trusted voice across the entire region. When people recognize you at events or thank you for promoting, what does that mean to you personally?
It really means the world because I'm doing what I want to do every day. I surround myself with great folks. There's no I in team. I listen, I learn, as we all do. How can I mentor? How can I create, help people? But every time someone says, thanks for making a difference, or you really helped us out in this situation, hey, we were able to raise that money for our organization or our not-for-profit because we jumped on the air with you. And hey, by the way, thanks for coming out and doing this. I do it because I want to do, but I also was raised to make a difference. And that's what I teach my children, grandchildren, and I love what I do.
Next up, Rick, behind the scenes. Now, people see your finished broadcast and some of it's live streamed or you're out recording stuff, but behind the scenes, what would people be most surprised to learn about running a radio station? Like I'm learning a little bit right now of some podcasting, and we understand that that's the direction a lot of this is going to go in the future. But running a radio station, what would people be surprised to know?
Well,
about it?
that's a great question because I feel that people don't realize that we're a 24/7 operation. So there's a constant flow of information, and we tie into that local news side of it as well. Non-political radio station, let's be honest here, yes, we do sell political ads. We stop political block programming because most people are unique when it comes to that. And I don't want to be combative. I want to peace. And there's ways to say, here's what I can do. So I feel that there's so much more to a radio station when it comes to putting the product on the air, the selection of music, the writing and producing of our spots, our commercials. We tie in our Facebook, our X, our Instagram, our interview segments. I'm constantly working with Eli and Alex and the crew when we're doing interviews. And sometimes I'm the one-man show and I'm like, get up here, we got to take a picture. Get in the studio.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Guys, we're on the air. But it's being able to look at what we've got. There's a constant flow of info. You've got to be on it.
So much that really goes into the radio side of it. Most of us pick a station to listen to the music or because this person's on there getting interviewed and we want to listen to it. But there's weeks, sometimes months that go into making that happen.
Planning. You look even at our events tab on WIMSradio.com. We are already booking 27 and already locking down. So whether it's Michigan City special events, whether it's Dueling Chamber events, whether it's just events in general that we help our different partners with, we're locked. We're usually booking a year or two in advance.
We're working that direction also. Okay. After interviewing so many people over the years, who has surprised you the most or given you a moment that you'll never forget? We're talking 40 years, just a memorable moment that whether it was either funny or, gosh, I'm so thankful for being able to interview this person.
This goes back to the early 90s. And I was a jock at the Loop and I was doing traffic working for Don and Rome at LS. So I had my hands on everything downtown. Chris Robinson from the Black Crows was coming up to the Loop in Rock 103.5. They said, Rick, why don't you go meet him downstairs? Chris Robinson gets out of the limo. We're doing some charity stuff. I had all these things to sign. He did this. Literally with a marker. And to this day, it's my favorite kind of interview, but favorite kind of signature because of stuff like that. And then you look at just some of the people backstage, whether it's concerts or entertainment or just people in general that were just nice, where they're just like cool people. And then sometimes we got the attitude you need to say comes with the territory where they want green M&Ms in their custody them or whatever it may be. I'm just using that as
So you got a Sharpie straight down and yeah.
But I will say, even here locally, just so many great people. You know, you talked about the award being in that company and all those people that have really been the movers and shakers of our backyard for decades. I literally got choked up because I was honored to be nominated, let alone receive it. But honestly, favorite moments are working with great partners, including yourself at our net construction, your crew, because if it wasn't for the great local partners, I would not be here. We're a small business and we're lean and mean, and it's getting tougher and tougher. Most of the local radio stations are getting gobbled up by the big guys, and then they're turning the signals off. And I'm like, I want to buy more. You know, I would love to keep that going. When I was in Chicago radio, I did every single position: program director, news director, promotions director, writing news, beat street reporter, behind the scenes. I learned every aspect of the business side of it. Am I still learning? Yes. Every day, you know, get it, learn, move forward.
Absolutely.
Make a difference.
Great advice. I stand behind every word you just said. So, fun question. Are you ever truly off the clock, Rick?
I'm the same guy on the air as I am off the air. Yes, I do have family time, and I'm going to definitely get a walk and learn a bike ride with my wife. Maybe go to the park, because I think it's clarity of the mind and of the soul. It may sound weird to some people, but when you feel the breeze, you see the light of day or the day coming to an end, you're just able to relax, turn it off. It's good to put the phone down.
20 years from now, Rick, what would you hope they say about Rick Federighi contributing to our region?
Here's a guy that loved life, loved the good Lord, loved his family, proud of what I've done, great chapters. But I feel that all of us and everybody in this room and everybody on our staffs, we all make a difference. How can I help? How can I better help in society with family and your local organizations, whether it's a church, whether it's your family, whether it's an organization? How can I help? And you know what? It's okay to help and do things like that, but you do it for a reason. You don't do it to get a pat on the back. You do it because you want to do it. That's the right thing to do.
You thought you were coming out here today to help me in some way. I messaged you. I said, Rick, can you come out to my office in the next week? And it wasn't what's in it for me. It was, yes, what day and time. And we worked that out. You had no idea what you were coming here for, but that's why you were up for this award. And it was the Heath family, correct? They nominated you for it. They're great people in the community, and for them to recognize you, I connect the dots real quick. I'm going, all of those people should be involved in this. And so I wanted to give them a quick shout out because they're good people as well.
I was blown away by it.
I'm to the end of my hard, brutal questions here for you, Rick, but I think this is probably the most loaded question of the day. Now that we flipped the script on you, what's easier? Sitting on this side asking the questions, or sitting on that side, or having me stick the microphone in your face when you come around the corner?
I came in, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I pulled a Rick. They looked at me and I said, no, I'm sticking the microphone right. He does that to me every time. I said, so what easier for you?
I'm going to say I thoroughly enjoy being interviewed, but my passion, my love, my heart, my soul, 100% is being the guy interviewing. And if I could just do that for the rest of my life. By the way, anybody out there watching this feed, still have on my bucket list, Rick needs to be a TV game show host or a talk show host. And I can do good. And I don't have an attitude. And I surround myself with good people. And I'm affordable. I'm just
there we go. If we have an opening anywhere along those lines, put Rick down. Thank you for taking the time to come out here. And thank you for doing all the things that allowed you to get recognized for this award, because the meaning behind the award, there's people in our community that recognize that, Rick. And I wanted you to know that. And me and my family and everybody in our business feels the exact same way about you and Gerard Mead.
Thank you. And I'm so honored to thank you, Arnett Construction and Roofing, for being a great partner for many years with us, and continued success.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you so much. And again, I can't thank you for all that you do for everybody in our community.